Men need to respect women, period.
So you should respect women.
I am a woman, so if you don't think so.
Okay, why can't I identify as a black lesbian?
Do you agree with that statement, all men are trash?
Yeah, I agree. I feel like men, simply just by being men, even no matter like how aware they are, because of the existence of the patriarchy, is like reinforcing it either way until we can get on like a consensus for equitable action. Men just being men are inevitably gonna be trash.
It's like if all men get hurt by you saying that statement, then they're a part of the problem. If they don't get hurt by that statement, then they're not a part of the problem.
Nose piercings, pink color hair, all representations of the type of women that you should not be signing up to build anything with, let alone a family. When men are breaking their backs, building the railroads, or driving the ships across country with the chemical dyes from China, is that toxic masculinity? When men work in chemical factories to produce the sterilization that you use on your nose piercing, is that toxic masculinity? When men slave away at building and erecting the buildings that you rest your comfy first world little head in, is that toxic masculinity? It's just so incredible to see how successful the decades of brainwashing has been on these young women. But this is the reality of men are trash.
Why is modern dating so hard for women?
Because boys be cheating.
That's why?
Yes, boys ain't shit.
Why do you feel that way?
Because I've witnessed it, I've seen it, and it is true. Like
how is it true? Give me an example.
I hate to say it, but all men are the same.
How are all men the same?
Because when they like what they see, they go after it, whether you are in a relationship or not.
You don't think a dissatisfied woman would do the same thing?
Women.
Just one question, the hamster wheel is just like, we got nowhere else to go. just one question outside of her echo chamber, like 6 words, gets her that confused.
And under the bed, I found this, which is a squishy, sticky thing that I think is a and I think he's been sticking his little penis in it and using this. His Stroke It Right jack-off cream. And sticking his little penis in his fake little
You're killing me, man! When I originally saw this video, I debated whether or not I wanted to bring up here to the platform to be able to speak about it, but I think that is necessary outside of it being on the cusp of YouTube's content guidelines. Nevertheless, I think it's an important discussion to have. There's a couple of things that I picked up in this particular clip that I think needs discussion about. First things first, I don't think that this particular situation is a laughing matter at all. But do you hear the degree of maniacal that goes into her laugh as she's describing this sensitive time in a young boy's life where his hormones are going absolutely crazy and he's figuring out one way to get him up over the hump. And instead of having a conversation with her son to more formally educate him regarding the things that he's experiencing, this terrible human being records it, laughs about it, and puts it on the damn internet for clicks and for views. And not only that, but when it's describing this about her son, continues to use language such as he puts his little thing up in it. Even some of y'all mothers can't help but utilizing sign language. Listen, ma'am, I'm gonna talk to you right now as if you was in the room with me right now. Matter of fact, I'm gonna talk to you right now as if I was that child's father. And we're gonna assume that you're a single mother, because why would any man on God's green earth want to continue a relationship with someone who they figure out has the type of mindset that you have? What if it was you? What if your son created an IG reel for clicks, a TikTok for views, because he went into your room and found something that you use on your private time and blasted it across social media so that your church group, the people that you work with, and your family knew exactly what you do within your own world.
I went to a gala the other night with my boyfriend, and we ran into one of his friends who was there for business purposes, and he brought this girl that he's dating. I've seen her a couple of times, and this is no shade to the girl, but she's not educated, she's not particularly smart or interesting. I think she's an Instagram model, which is great. No shade to them, love them. But this girl...
How you say no shade to somebody and then completely shade them? God. Gents, you better watch out. Women do this shit all the time. Trust me, if they do it to other women that they don't like, they will eventually do it to you. Proceed.
Girl looked so uncomfortable at this gala. And
Okay.
the reason for that is because she looked really out of place. All the women, they were wearing gowns, they were wearing diamonds, and she had on this two-piece that had nothing to do with the type of establishment that we were in. And then in a couple of instances, we were in the same group having a conversation, and some of these businessmen would turn to her and, you know, ask her what she thought about the type of wine we were drinking, or what her thoughts were on Ukraine, or where she liked to ski during the winter.
No
Let
response.
me tell you something. This girl had nothing to contribute. She didn't know anything about wine. She didn't know anything about news. She didn't know anything about current events. She didn't know where wealthy people go to ski. She didn't know anything that would prove some iota of culture.
I find it so cringy when well-to-do, high-sedity people judge other people for not keeping up with their bougie. Listen, if she's of good material and she wants to be in the program of this high-value dude, then she's gonna start to learn all of that shit. If she's just a model side piece and she's just there as good looks and nothing else, then who cares? The real issue here is that she got underneath your skin probably because she looks better than you. And just because she's an attractive young woman doesn't mean that she's just an IG model, but you put that prescription on her in order to downplay her attractiveness. And so you can take to the internet and project your own insecurities on this girl's publicly. But go off, man. Take to the internet and get your clout points.
Hey, this one's for the single guys. I want your opinion on something.
Okay.
I want to hear your honest thoughts about dating a single mom.
I'll give
I'm
them.
asking because one of the guys I dated after my divorce said something, and those words have stuck with me. He told me, "You have 3 kids. No one is going to want to take you on." And let me tell you, no matter how awesome you are, those words stick. But I want to know, what do you really think about that? Does their age matter? Younger, older? I mean, it's not like I can change that. We're kind of a package deal.
You can call it a package deal all you want. The way I look at it is 3 extra bills. Could you find another man? Yeah, sure. But the chances of you finding the type of man that you'd feel good and spending the rest of your life with are significantly reduced because of those 3 extra bills. What modern women today need to understand another factor of the true cost of bringing in life into the world. The pandering of the media tells you nothing but positive things. But the valuable modern man today is saying, why would I want to invest into children that I didn't create? The last thing that we want to do is be able to take on another man's genetics.